Hi, I'm Nichole,
I'm Jodi.
and today we're continuing our series on self-awareness. But the key we're going to focus on today is when we're communicating with people as far as what do we do when we need to give someone our full attention? How does that work out?
Well, I just kind of want to start off with, I don't know if it's got a lot to do with my love language is quality time.
Okay.
And quality time really makes me feel loved when someone spends time with me. And the quality of the focus of the conversation and paying attention to what I'm sharing and vice versa, like we're really connected and there's no distractions. Well, that plays also into attention and awareness. I think a lot of people with cell phones today can relate to this, especially if you don't have a dinner table rule about not allowing your cell phones at the table, and you can be having a dinner conversation, and the next thing you know, the cell phone's in the hand, and you're distracted. That's happened to me a number of times with someone I'm married to. And I'll be honest, vice versa, I've accidentally done that myself, unintentionally.
Right.
But I've gotten to the point where if I'll be midstream of a sentence and I'll see the attention's taken off of me. That sounds awful, but I hope you hear what I'm saying. Yeah, it's all about me. Well, it is. No, I'm kidding. I'll just stop talking, and then when he's aware that there's no voice coming from me, he'll look up and apologize or go, I'm listening, just keep, so it's a matter of having undivided attention. I think it adds value, how you value that person you're communicating with. I'm so sensitive about it, and I've become self-aware of how sensitive, and I'm working on it. I've come a long way, but the people nearest and dear to me really are aware of that. Like if I call Chris and my husband and on the phone, and he's at work at the church office or whatever, and I always say, is this a good time? Because I'm setting it up as I want your attention. And he'll let me know, hey, can I call you back in 5 minutes? Or yeah, sure. And then I've got a dear friend of mine. She's so precious and patient with me. I'll call her and say, hey, is this a good time? I do that with anybody I call because I want your attention.
Right.
And on occasion, she'll say, yes, it's a good time if you are okay with me multitasking. You'll be hearing me typing or while I'm doing something else. And most times I'm like, yeah, absolutely. It's not that important. I just want to chat. But those times that I really need her ear, I need her full attention. I'll say, you know what? When you're done with that, how about you give me a call back? Sometimes it's placing a value and an importance on someone that you're communicating with. And I know not everybody's like me, but if you meet somebody like me, now you'll know. Are you like that at all? With wanting undivided attention?
I am, but more that's my issue that I'm self-aware of.
Okay.
Is when someone's coming to me and they're ready, like they really want my attention. And sometimes I'm so brain focused on one thing, and I really want to be present for the other person. So one thing that I've learned, because when they just come to me, all of a sudden give me a call and I answer in the middle of something. It's kind of like I'm saying, and I'm really not trying to be rude, just that my mind is so soaked somewhere else, because I'm very, because my mind does go everywhere, but I still am a person that blocks. That's one thing that I'm going off,
You're able to compartmentalize different things.
And so what I will do, and people who have, I've earned that trust and know that I will give them a call back, or you can come over here, or let's have dinner this time. I'll say, right now, I'm in the middle of something. Can I give you a call back, or meet with you when I can give you my full attention? And just recently, a sweet friend of mine, we were through text just start speaking one night, and I invited her to come over. It was like one night, and I warned her before she came over. I said, I just want to go ahead and let you know that Romans 28 Ministries is like really in my mind, because we were talking, well, in my mind, I was a lot of things I'm working at right now, with the things we're going to be doing, all this exciting stuff. And I was, not that I didn't want to hear anything from her, but when she came over, no matter probably what she was going to say, I would probably bring it back to Romans 8:28 Ministries. I was not going to be the best friend that night, to this person.
No, that's good.
But I've earned that trust with that person. And so I'm self-aware and she's self-aware, and we love each other through that. So I think those things are important.
They are. Also, I'm thinking about being self-aware when you hijack the conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. We're guilty of it, but it's becoming and learning to be more self-aware here, right? But it's like when you're really sharing something intimate or really, really a big deal to you with someone, or a lot of times letting your mind just get triggered about a thought or something, I can relate to that, or this happened to me too. And without realizing it, most of the time without realizing it, you've just cut that friend off of what they were sharing. And all of a sudden, you've taken over the conversation, and in their heart, they're not done, and they feel a little gypped maybe.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, even in the preparation that we do beforehand, doing these videos for you guys, we're trying to really consider what would be most meaningful. But us sitting here, I mean, it's very natural that our conversations, because we've talked about a few things that we wanted to share, but there's moments that the Spirit has put something on your heart to share, or my heart. I love how we can sit and just not trying to be the one speaking, that we can just give the really the platform to the Lord. And so I think in these conversations that we have with people, our attention should be, how would I treat Jesus? When I'm giving him my full attention, and then when I want to say something, share something, just be aware of
how you do it when you do it.
Yes.
And I have learned sometimes I'll pause in the middle of something I'm sharing, and it sounds like I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's on me.
Right.
I mean, but when you're in the midstream, just be sensitive to your friend if you really are trying to love them by listening and being present.
And if you do pause too long and someone else interrupts, if it's me, all you have to do is look at me and say, "I'm not done, Nichole."
There's one last thing before we end this too. It's something I say mentally to myself when my mind might start drifting onto something else. I literally will say within myself, be present, be fully present, listen to what they're saying. I might even look at the mouth and watch the mouth because, our thoughts can just hijack us from the conversation, and that person might not even know it, but I don't want to miss the value of what you've got to say. So I have practiced that more often than I care to admit. Be present, be present, be present, and it really does help, actually.
I love that. So be present today with whoever you're with, and just be self-aware of how well you communicate with others. And as you communicate better and better with others, I guarantee you the people you're communicating well with, they'll communicate well with you back.
It pays off.
It does. All right. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Bye.